Welcome back to Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. Eli, you're at a urinal. There's a whole line of them. Talk to me. Where do you go? What do you do? Give me some etiquette.
Urinal is a tough situation, Jones. I've been in that situation, obviously, so many times in my life, and every time I hate it. Whether I'm with my friends, whether I'm with strangers, whatever. It's honestly worse when you're with your friends. I feel like when you're with strangers, it's kind of not as bad. We can talk about that in a second. But I think the key to the urinal, and this should be common knowledge for anybody out there, man, woman, whoever you are, you should know this basic knowledge. You go to the end, right? If you show up at a urinal, if it's empty, and you hit the middle, you're a you're a psychopath. Maybe if you're at like a stadium and there's like 20 urinals, then okay, middle, it's fine. But if you're going to like a 3 or a 5 and you're ripping the middle, you actually have some serious issues that need to be fixed.
Well, when you were first talking about it, I thought you were talking about like a 20-line row at like Yankee Stadium or something. And I might bisect there. Because, I'm just marking my territory. Hopefully it won't take that long, and then I can get out of there. But I agree. I'm almost at the point where, I'd rather pee in my pants than go in the middle of two guys in urinals.
The only exception, I don't actually know there's an exception. I think when you're at a stadium, I think there's a like I said earlier, there's a difference between when you're with your friends or when you're with other people, right? If I'm with random people and I'm at a stadium and there's a line and there's 5 urinals and the middle one opens up and there's a line behind me, I'm probably going to the middle urinal and I'm just looking straight ahead, minding my own business, and just, like that can happen. But if you're with your friends, absolutely not. You're not going in the middle urinal and between your, you go in the stall or you wait your turn.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good thought. And then I don't know if this is a problem for you, but then you're around people, especially once you could have thought you were signing up for a urinal pee where nobody's next to you, and then somebody comes next to you. And then suddenly, stage fright comes into it. You're just too close to other people where suddenly it's just, you're drawing a blank and there's a big line behind you and you need to go. I don't even know what to do in those situations.
Well, you talk about stage fright. You talk about like awkward things that could happen in a situation. The worst, and this has happened to me a few times. It's not often, but it's happened to me a few times. The guy starts to talk to you.
Oh,
I do not understand who these people are coming from. A urinal talker? Do me a favor. If you're a urinal talker, please turn off the pod. Don't listen anymore because we don't want your business. Do not talk at the urinal. That's psychotic.
Is there ever, what's like the most appropriate thing to say at the urinal? It's like, come here often? What's the opener? What's the opener?
Maybe like if you were at I think a sporting event is a weird situation because everybody's kind of maybe drunk or everybody's like, it has the same goal. Like if you're at a sporting event and you're both at the urinal and like you just won a big game, like maybe you're not next to each other, then it's okay to say, oh, like what a game or something like that. Maybe like a one-liner, like if you're really feeling the awkwardness. But a conversation, no. And I think I will actually like modify what I said earlier. I think a cross urinal is okay. If I'm at one end and you're on the other end, and I say to you, oh, did you see that score? That's still not, I don't approve of it.
If we're strangers, no.
Like, I'm not approving of it, but I'm not.
Don't talk to me.
Frowned upon it. But if you're
Don't talk to me.
But if somebody did it, you wouldn't like write home and tell your whole family about it. If somebody came next to me and started talking to me, I think I would call the police.
Well, then you're stuck, especially if the stream has started. There's no ending the stream. You know that. So if I've just broken the seal and the river is flowing, and then somebody gets me in a conversation, I mean, that's a way to hold somebody in a conversation. Like, I'm not going anywhere. What am I going to do? Like, am I going to like repaint the walls? Like, no, I got to stay on the urinal and until the deed is done. So if you ever want to get me an important Give Me Five business talk, just wait till I go to a urinal, come to the urinal next to me. I'm stuck there for like 30 seconds at least.
Well, the exit is also super awkward, I feel, at the urinal. When you're in there with somebody, especially if there's no divider. Like if you have a divider, then it's kind of a whole different ballgame. That's kind of fine, right? Divider, you're chilling. But if there's no divider, the exit strategy can be very risky.
It's the look up, zip up, and get the hell out. That's the stop, drop, and roll of urinals.
You got to be careful with the turn because if you got somebody on this side, right, you turn to this side, okay, and as you walk away.
You're right.
But if you're surrounded, if you're doubled, like what do? Do you just back straight up?
No, you don't back straight up. That's how you're gonna see stuff and look weird. No, you up turn, up, turn. Simple, simple technique.
Is that something you practice, like that move, the upturn?
Yeah. So I mean, my last workout at the gym, I finished with abs, cardio, and then I do a couple upturns every day, just because I never know when you're going to be in that scenario, and you never want to be challenged like that, Elias. It could be a scary moment.
Really quick, where do you stand on phone usage at the urinal?
No, I do it all the time actually. Well, I have a urinal in my house, so I use a phone there. But
No, in your house?
yeah, I do. Well, I live in a frat house, so
Came
yeah,
in at home.
yeah. So I have a urinal in the house. Yeah, I check my fantasy score. Well, if it's an event, right, and where I shouldn't be checking my fantasy score, and then I go to the bathroom, that's the only place to do it. This has been Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. Reminder to follow us on TikTok and Instagram for a chance to suggest our next pod topic. Eli, thanks for talking.
Always a pleasure, Jones. Talk to you soon.